Hey everyone, the Dynamic Continuum back at the Continuum Ag World headquarters. Made her back from South Africa. It was an awesome trip. Looking forward to being back there again really soon and to keep the opportunities going. Essentially, the ability to help to fully analyze soil, analyze more in depth than what we've ever looked at before, and help to deploy management practices and products to improve that wider variety of soil parameters that we're looking at. So over the last couple decades, as farmers, we've been looking at some basic parameters like organic matter and pH and phosphorus and potassium, and we're able to go and work on those parameters, but they're so narrow, we're not getting the full picture, and we're only looking at what should happen in our soil, not necessarily what's happening right now. We're not looking at what's the biology doing in our soil, what's the available nutrients in our soil, what's the microbiome in the soil, what's the soil structure looking like. Now we have the tools to be able to pull all of that together and to help improve. Where it's really cool is in a place like South Africa, where they have to look at their soil so much more in depth. They don't have the micronutrients that we do here in the Midwest. They don't have inherent good soil biology like we do here because of our climate, because of our really rich soils that we have here in the Midwest. So they have to be able to look at things more in depth. They have to be able to understand, how do I optimize the little bit of nutrients that I have? How do I optimize the rainfall that I get on my operation? And how do I encourage biological activity? So they've already been looking at those things. They're ahead of the pack versus us here in the Midwest, that we've been able to essentially be fairly sloppy and be kind of lazy and just look at nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and our pH, and raise really good yields by only looking at those couple parameters. Even though in order to produce, it takes a very wide variety of soil nutrients. It takes plant and soil interactions, which means biological interactions, and that's where we have to get to now. So we're looking at that thoroughly and helping to deploy that. So now working on things out in the field, evaluating our as yield is now developing. Things are getting locked in. Corn is starting to die, which it should not be at this time of the year. It's brought along way too early. The disease is killing us. The corn is just falling apart. We're going to be harvesting within the next couple of weeks in order to get it out before it all falls down. The plant health is not where it should be, and its micronutrient balances, plant immune system is not where it should be. We've got to get that dialed in. We've got to solve these issues, or we're just going to have ongoing problems with disease just destroying us out there in our fields. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now with yield and all that, and then how yield can be improved with the management practices and the products that we've been evaluating. So we're looking very thoroughly into those fields. You can too. Look thoroughly, see where your yields are at now come this fall. Evaluate your farm. Why is that corn dying right now when it shouldn't be dying for at least another month? Why are these soybeans dying in weird areas? Why is sudden death showing up the way that it is? Why do we have gray leaf spot all the way to the top of our corn plants? Why is the whole bottom of the plants completely cannibalizing themselves? These issues should not be happening right now, and they are. So check that out in your field. Be looking around, figure out what's going on. We've got to improve crop health, crop quality, and it starts with soil health, and that's what we're looking to do. So we'll keep on showing you guys how we're doing that and keep trying to learn, because we got a long way to go. Thanks.